Hi, teacher leaders, and welcome to Step Standard number 2. I'm going to share my screen with you and chat you through what the expectation is for this assignment. So Step Standard 2, Writing Standard-Based Objectives and the Learning Goal. The first thing we're going to do is identify a unit topic. So this is something that you're going to talk to your mentor teacher and say, what would you like me to teach for about a week? It should be something that you're already maybe starting to teach, or maybe something new you want to get started. So maybe you haven't done math and now you want to do math, or you've done literacy and maybe you want to add science, or maybe it's something you've been doing. So identify a unit topic, a unit title, and then if you know me, you know that you always have to start with the state standards. So if you're in Arizona, you're going to use Arizona standards. If you're in another state, please use your state standards. Then you're going to identify a learning goal, so it's a big picture idea, and then measurable objectives. So you know that we always start with the state standards. So this is the early learning standards for preschool. And so I identified strand 1, which is the self. Concept 2, recognizing and expressing feelings. The child recognizes and expresses feelings of self and others. And then I've selected letter A, associates emotion with words, facial expression, and body language. So I'm going to put this down here and grab this one that I got started for us. So as you know and you saw in my standards, we're going to be talking about feelings. And so that's my unit topic, pretty simple. Unit title is understanding feelings, mine and others. And then I just copied. They asked you to put the code in here, the title, and make sure that you actually give me the words so I know that it aligns. So you're going to go ahead, strand 1, a self-concept 2, and then if there's a letter, do that one as well. If there's multiple components in here, you're welcome to highlight just 1 or 2 and make sure that I understand that that's just what you're going to be focusing on. Because if you have all of these in here, I'm assuming that you're going to be looking at all of those. So my big learning goal for students is to identify various feelings. I'll be teaching them about happy, sad, mad, frustrated, lonely, and excited. I think those are some of the big ones, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, in preschool that we see. So I just went ahead and wrote that big idea there. And then now we're moving to the measurable objective. So I like to have ABCD objectives here. So if this is your first time writing one, please don't get your feelings hurt if I send it back to you. I really want this to be well thought out and concise, so that way when you get to the third part of the step, it will be super easy and clear, and you can actually show student growth. So let's jump down here real quick. A stands for audience. B is behavior. That's that verb that you can either use Bloom's or depth of knowledge, DOK. C is the condition. So what are you going to use to know that they're doing it? Is it a worksheet? Is it a book? Is it something they create? What is it going to be, or is it something they have to actually do? And then last is the degree. So what degree should they have it after this 5-day, or maybe you only have time for a 4-day unit? So let's look at mine. The student will be able to identify 3 feelings, either his or her own, or characters in a book with 100% accuracy. So I know within that 5-day unit, I'm going to have those kids have at least 3 opportunities to go ahead and test them on a book, their own personal feelings. How are you feeling right now? If I make this face, what is that? What am I feeling right now? What do you think? And so that is going to be what I'm going to do. So let's make sure that I have all of the components, and I just broke it down for you. You actually don't have to do this. This piece is fine. But A is the audience, which is the student. B is the behavior. They're going to be able to identify. So that is my Bloom's word, which in fact is a lower one. I understand that, but maybe I'm working with a 3-year-old, and this would be the first opportunity we really talk about feelings for most of them. C is the condition, so it's going to be their own feelings or in a book. So I want to know how am I going to test that? And then the degree is, what percentage do I want them to get correct? They're getting 3 chances here, so what percentage should they get correct? And I think 3 out of 3, they should probably get 100%. And so I can pick any one of these: happy, sad, mad, frustrated, lonely, or excited. And thinking about maybe students that for differentiation, I might just do happy, sad, mad, and maybe for some of my higher kids, maybe happy, sad, lonely, or excited, or frustrated. Maybe that could be one of those variables, but making sure that I teach all of them. So one of the things I want you to remember is make sure you do the math. So if you only have 3 and you say 2 out of 3, that's going to be 66%. If you say 1 out of 3, that's 33%. If you say 3 out of 4, it's 75%. And make sure that that's really one correct and explicitly clear. If this is your first time doing ABC objectives, you'll be fine. I will help you through it, and don't worry about this one. If I send it back to you, you can earn your points. Just make those little corrections, and then you can earn full points. My goal is that this is really outlined well, so then you can be really successful for the rest. All right, next we'll be talking about that pre-assessment and your unit. So can't wait for the next one. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon.